Welcome to Lesson 9 of Microsoft Excel 2010. In this lesson, we will take a look at error codes or indicators part 1. When we enter or edit a formula, Excel might show an error code or an error indicator as a formula result. In this particular lesson, we will learn about what these different error codes are, why these error codes do happen, and how we can rectify them. For this particular part 1, we will do the 4 basic error codes: the hash name, the division by 0, and the hash reference. Let's start with the first error code. If your error code has hashes in the cell, like that, it means that the column is not wide enough or a negative date or time is used. How we can solve this problem is if we increase the width of the column or apply a different number format. Let us look at an example, and we want to type a formula in cell A5. Remember, all formulas must start with the equal to sign, so I press equal to, and I choose a random number multiplied by another random number, and I press the enter key, and you will find your error code or your error value is your hash keys. To correct this error, simply widen the column. You can use auto column width to adjust the column width automatically, or you can make the column bigger yourself by clicking and dragging between the A and the B values. So that is the first error code we are going to look at. The second one is the hash name error code or indicator, and in this particular case, what it means is that Excel does not recognize a name. One of the possible causes or solutions: this error value appears when you type a range name incorrectly, refer to a deleted range name, or forget to put a quotation marks around a text or string in a formula. So very quickly, I'm going to show you an example, and in cell B5 I'm going to put in a formula which is going to calculate the sum of any 3 numbers. Let's just say 23, 45, and 54. Sorry, 54. And I press the enter key, and it gives me a value of 122. Now suppose in cell B7 I type the formula equal to sum into 23, 45, and 54. Now you will notice that I spelled the formula sum or the function sum incorrectly. Instead of having SUM, I've now typed in SIM, and if I press the enter key, note that I will get the hash name error code. So the spelling of your function must be correct in order to correct this particular error. Thirdly, let's look at the division by 0 error code. It means that there has been a division by 0. In order to solve this problem, the division operation in your formula refers to a cell that contains a value 0 or a blank cell. So let's take cell B5, and I type equal to 20 divided by 0. You will notice that I have the error code div 0. Another example: if we have 2 cells, one cell has 30, the other cell has 0, and if I type a formula in cell B9 equal to B7 divided by B8, I will also get a division by 0 error. Let's look at an example where we have division by a blank cell. Suppose we had 40 in cell D9 and a blank in cell D10, and in cell D11 I type equal to cell D9 divided by cell D10, and I press the enter key. Again, there we have the division by zero error code. Lastly, in this part 1 series of this lesson, we have the hash reference, meaning that we have used an invalid cell reference. This error occurs when you delete a cell referred to in a formula, or if you paste cells over the ones referred to in the formula. Let us quickly look at a simple example. We have the price of an item, we have the quantity, we have the subtotal, we have VAT, and then we have the final total. Suppose the price of the item is 50 rands, and we have purchased 2. The VAT is calculated at 10%, or let's just say 13%. What? Which we'll do now. Let's look at VAT being 13%. So I am now going to put in a formula in cell C7, which is the subtotal, meaning equal to my price times my quantity, and I press the enter key. So it's 100. I want to calculate the VAT for the subtotal, so it's 13%, 13 divided by 100 times cell C7. Okay, and then, sorry, let me just do this again. 13 divided by 100 times cell, and I press the enter key. There we go, and I have the final total will be equal to sum into and so we now have the price, the quantity, the subtotal, the VAT, and the final total. Suppose I now go and delete row 6. I delete row 6, and you'll find that I have the error hash reference in all 3 of my cells, in cell C6, C7, and C8. So what we are basically doing is we're referring to a cell that does not exist. We're referring to an invalid cell address. So that is the end of part 1 of error codes in Microsoft Excel.